Welcome to Week 10 of the Coach Adkins Show, here in the locker room with Coach. Coach wrapped up the regular season. Before we go into playoffs, maybe just recap the season and what that meant to the team.
Yeah, for sure. Again, to go 9-0, make school history. First time back-to-back undefeated regular season since 1961. Pretty incredible, pretty special. You know, again, I tell the kids all the time how hard it is to win games, and to then win 9 in a row, and essentially 18 regular season in a row, is just absolutely incredible and absolutely special. So proud of our kids from last year, and who was a member of that program, and then certainly the kids to be able to follow it up again this year. Really special. Something that again can't be taken away from you. We made history, and so again, I'm really proud of our program, coaching staff included. That being said, as far as this year is concerned, out of those 9 games, 6 of them have been running clock. And a matter of fact, 5 out of the last 6, to be exact, have been a continuous running clock in the second half. So it's been really good from us from a standpoint of we've been able to keep kids healthy and fresh. And at the same time, get our younger kids some varsity experience. Not even close to thinking about ahead to next year, but we are senior dominated, and so next year we will have a lot of spots to fill. So the fact that these younger kids, second team group kids, are getting a lot of varsity experience in a season or a year where you are so senior dominated, to be able to do that again is really special. And hats off to our first group on both sides for getting in, getting the job done, and getting out again to ultimately stay fresh and healthy for this journey of the playoffs that we're about to be on. So,
well, speaking of that, we're in playoffs. Everyone's 0-0. It's a new season, so to speak. The team got together to kind of watch the bracket review, kind of explain the vibe of that, and just the whole kind of atmosphere, because for everyone that wasn't there to see it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Anytime I get the chance to be around these kids, they just always make me smile and laugh, and we're just always having a good time together, right? Again, that's who we are. We're just a big family, and so the fact that those guys got to come over to my house, and again, we got to eat pizza from our Gridiron Club, which it was just a great night overall. But again, seeing their faces light up when they saw their name come across the TV and have the number 1 next to it, again, that's something that's really special. And then on top of that, then our kids kind of even looked maybe even further down the road. Not that they're overlooking anybody by any means, because that's not the kids that we have, but they're also kids too, right? And they're going to kind of maybe just kind of look at a bracket overall, and they really like what they saw. Again, getting the number 1 seed, things should set up nicely for you throughout the playoffs. So again, week in and week out, we're going to have to show up. We're going to have to do our job and take care of business. But at the end of the day, getting the number 1 seed, we really like our draw overall, and who we might be matched up, again, whether it's the following week or even before. So.
Well, speaking of that, a lot of people are playing out different scenarios. If you kind of look at the brackets and North versus South, we got to get past Ottawa first. They come in regular season 5-4, completely different opponent. Talk about kind of what challenges they face and how you guys have been preparing for them this week.
Yeah, great question. And again, we've talked to the kids all week long about, these guys earned the right to get into the playoffs. It's not a 1-8 team. It's not a 3-6 team. These guys are 5-4 and have 5 wins under their belt. That's maybe one of the reasons why I love football so much, is because it's the one sport where you have to earn your right into the postseason play, right? In most other sports, you get given an opportunity to participate in the postseason, but not football. So certainly Ottawa has earned their right to come play this Week 10 game. And all that being said, it is a different conference. It's a different opponent that we're not necessarily familiar with. From up north, about 2 hours away, and they play in a tough conference. Sycamore and Morris are some of those common names that we hear, down around here predominantly year in and year out because of how far they make it in the playoffs. And Ottawa's experienced those teams, being in the same conference. So I've told our kids, they're not afraid of us. They're not scared of us. They're going to get on the bus and travel 2 hours and come here looking to knock off a number one seed. Again, that being said, they got a couple nice pieces. Their quarterback's a pretty good athlete. Number 13, you'll see the Miller kid. He's kind of a do-it-all kid. He's their hero. They got some big boys up front who move well for their size. And then defensively, they fly around. So again, we're going to have to show up. We're going to have to play hard for 4 quarters, we believe. And if we do, again, we like where we're at. We like the matchup, and we feel really good about it. And certainly we feel great about being back home. Being on the road for the last 2 weeks. Again, we really appreciate the fan support that we got traveling with us. But man, now being back home and the band and the fireworks and the smoke rolling off the grill. I mean, I could go on for days just about how electric our atmosphere is and how I know it's going to be for this first round matchup. So we're looking forward to it, but like I said, we got to show up and get the job done for sure.
Well, this is your show. It's Coach Adkins' show. I don't write these questions, but I am contractually obligated to ask them so that the audience can get to know you. What kind of music you listen to, and if we're at a karaoke place, what are you singing, and are you any good?
So, first off, let's answer the first question. There's probably 2 things in this world that I do and or like to do. Coach football and listen to music. I feel that I'm very musically inclined, believe it or not. I can listen to a jazz album and then some country and then some rap and throw some rock in there and some oldies. Like I truly do like it all. So I don't just have one genre. I kind of, it kind of depends on the mood that I'm in or maybe the crowd that I'm trying to entertain or whatever that looks like. But as far as pregame, right, like I do like to listen to kind of soothing stuff, whether it's kind of a laid-back country version of songs, or again, I have a smooth jazz playlist that I listen to because it's the only thing that I can do to keep me calm. Right? My mind's running a million miles. Got a lot of stuff that I'm worried about or thinking about or whatever. So it's music is the one thing that when I put it in, and you'll see me sometimes out here driving the Gator, setting up the field. I do that to keep myself busy. But then, certainly the music helps calm me down and keep me relaxed as much as possible. As far as karaoke is concerned, I like to karaoke, believe it or not. I wouldn't say that I'm good at it. Matter of fact, my wife and I have a karaoke machine at our house, and we love, when we invite people over, we'll throw that thing on the TV and get some songs going and have a good time with that. I don't know that I have one specific song. I maybe should have thought about this a little bit more because again, I truly feel like I'm open or inclined to sing anything, that's available. I can try to sing a Johnny Cash or a Lil Wayne or anything in between. So that's a tough question, and unfortunately, I can't give you a better answer. But I don't know that I'm good at it for sure.
Well, I don't know who's going to have this party, but what we've learned the last few weeks is there's going to be a steak dinner at someone's house. There will be a karaoke machine. We're going to find out if you're any good. Until then, that's a wrap for Week 10. Join us tonight for a pregame starting at 6:15. No blooper.
No, Chad. He forgot to mention that we are back home, ladies and gentlemen. So we will be back on Bulldog TV, on YouTube. Check us out. Dan and Chad on the call. See you guys there. You're not going to want to miss it.